Hi, this is Steve McPherson from ACY. I'm here at the Cannes Boat Show with Fanny Haussaire, who is the export sales manager for Dufour. She is our primary contact at Dufour and has been great at kind of walking us through the innovations that have come up in the past year. And she was nice enough to give me a few minutes to interview her about the Dufour lineup, the innovations that have come, and kind of what the future looks like for Dufour. So welcome. Thank you again for doing this, Fanny.
Thank you, Steve, and welcome on board of the Dufour 54.
It's a phenomenal boat, and we'll talk more about that in a couple of minutes. But I wanted to just kind of start off by getting your impressions of the boat show itself. We're here on day 5 of the Cannes show. From all observations, it looks like it's been a really good show. What's your impression? How have things gone?
Yes, absolutely. It was really a great show for us, and the people were there to really welcome the new Dufour 48 and the Dufour 54. We had a very good impressions from everybody, so we are very happy for this boat show. We waited about this. We were waiting about this boat show to show them, of course, the full range, and it's really incredible to have the 5 boats at the booth this year. So yeah, we are really happy with this boat show.
I'm sure, and the display was just absolutely phenomenal. I mean, we have every boat in the entire lineup, 2 new debuting boats with the 48 and the 54. Obviously, the 41 and 44 are back after winning several awards last year. So,
yeah.
And a lot of these boats are just getting to North America right now. The 41s and 44s that are in our inventory have just arrived over the summer, and we've had great success with the 41 and the 44. Sold several of them that were in our inventory and boats on order to come. So I have every reason to believe that we're going to see even more of that with the 48 and 54.
Yeah, and it's even greater because the 48 is going to be in Annapolis Boat Show this year.
Exactly.
I can't wait to be there at Annapolis to have the feedback of the American market, American customers. I'm sure that they are going to welcome the boat with everything that they can. So I can't wait. But let's start the season.
Exactly.
Cannes has just ended. We have few boat shows to come. The 54 will be displayed at Genoa, of course, and then we'll meet again at Annapolis for
Annapolis.
So
you'll be joining us in Annapolis
yes,
as well.
Absolutely.
So
I'll be there.
If anybody's watching this and wants to talk to Fanny directly, she'll be at the Annapolis Boat Show on the Dufour booth with us. So I'll be happy to make arrangements to connect with her. Basically, what have you heard as the kind of the primary comment from the clients? You said it's been a great show. You had great input. What's been the primary comment that you've heard about the new designs, particularly?
It's that we have finally reached what we can do the best. You know, we've started with the 37 3 years ago, so 37, 41, 44, 48, and now 54.
Right.
And when we developed each boat, we kept what we did great on the previous one. So first, the hull design with the 37, the lining inside of the 41, the innovative design of the 44, the cockpit of the 48, which is just brilliant. And then when you enter in the 54, you have this wow effect.
Absolutely.
Like you enter in the boat and you say, okay, how did they do that? And that was the impression. And for the first time, you know, it's my 3rd Cannes boat show. So first one was with the 41 first display, then last year 44. This year we have the 48 and the 54, and that was really brilliant because I had some customers entering in the boat and saying, this is the one that I want.
That's, I mean, and when someone just walks on the boat and sees it and says,
they
this is it.
They just fell in love with the boat, and they were not looking at any other boat. They was just like, okay, it's going to be this one.
Yeah.
And I even had a couple that had visited like 60 boats from 40 feet to 60 feet. They have seen what they wanted to see, and when they entered in this one, the lady, she just grabbed my arm and she said,
this is it.
I want this suite. I want this bedroom.
Perfect. Yeah.
So no, it's really great, and I'm sure this boat is going to have a very beautiful life. and very happy owners. And I can't wait for the people to come
Actually
see
this
us.
boat.
Yeah.
So when will the 54 be in North America? Do you know?
Yes, of course. I think it's going to be in spring.
Okay.
So yeah,
So
and
our spring boat
fingers
show.
crossed, because
Yeah.
we want to have this boat displayed at the spring boat show. Yeah,
Okay.
at the Annapolis spring boat show.
Well,
We would like to. We would like to.
Please, yeah,
Yeah.
no, that would be wonderful, because I think this boat is going to be a huge seller in,
Yeah, a
in
huge
North America.
success. I think so.
I don't think there's any question.
She is just brilliant, of course, but she is, she is a rule breaker.
Yeah,
I like this.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Kind of a game changer,
A
paradox.
game changer, yeah. But rule breaker, because you couldn't have imagined what we can do in this boat. Yeah.
No,
Wow.
absolutely. So
Yeah.
tell me a little bit about the innovative. The one thing I had noticed, as you and obviously know, is that it's not just one design. It's not just one layout. It's not just one color. You can adjust the boat. You can make the boat yours, even though it's a production boat and is priced aggressively. You can really customize the boat in a lot of ways. Tell me a little bit about the customizations that are available.
I think if I'm right, maybe I'm wrong, but I think that you can have like 48 different configurations, including the exterior configurations, interior configurations, wood color. So it's really impressive. Just by changing the layouts, you have 16 different combinations.
Interior layouts.
Yeah, interior
That's
layouts.
amazing. Yeah.
And we didn't just want to do a boat for charters or a boat for owners. This boat is for everybody. So the configurations for charters are really, really great. Like even when you are just, renting the boat, you are in an amazing boat. And if you have the owner version like this one, you can customize it by choosing what you want. Do you want a bathroom? Do you want an office? Do you want to have the, the vanity inside?
Yep.
And it's really great because when the customers that we had on this boat show entered in the boat, they was like, okay, I can do what I want with the boat.
Exactly.
And it's pretty
mine.
great. Yeah, make it mine.
No.
And nobody will have the same boat as you.
Exactly. And
So-
one thing I noticed, and this will be in my full walkthrough video, but the offices, the option to make that a head or an office. On this particular boat, it has two office spaces, basically, in a 54-foot boat. And we see so many people that are now working remotely.
Exactly.
What a great innovation. I've never seen it on any other production boat.
Yeah.
Anywhere. And I think that's really what's setting us apart as Dufour, is all that flexibility and design, because we really can build a boat for each person.
Yeah.
And that's unusual for a production builder. That's usually not an option.
And even when we can't do what the customer wants, we have an amazing network of dealers that can really customize and finish
Exactly.
to customize.
Exactly.
Even if we don't have the option on prices, don't care. We don't care.
Yeah.
We have the dealers that can do that.
Yeah. And we've got a huge commissioning department both here in France
Exactly.
and in Annapolis. So anything that's not available at the factory level, we can do. And usually that's things like induction stoves or different microwaves or things like that. So we can do anything. We can take what is a very dynamic boat and even make it more personalized. So absolutely love it. Tell me a little bit about the designer of the boat. I noticed, starting with the 44 particularly, a total change in how the boats felt and how the boat flowed. Did the interior designer change, and how much does they have to do with it?
Actually, it occurred with the 41 first, because before that we used to have the same architect for the exterior and the interior. And with the 41, we welcomed Luca Ardetio in our team. So he is the designer for the interior. And he has this brilliant eye with innovative designs, and he really wants to make something with the boat, not just to be a boat, but to have this feeling inside, modern, innovative, and we want to make something that you have never seen before.
Yeah.
This is why I know you have visited the boat, so if you're looking at the shapes
That's
in
what
the galley, just
and I was
like
going to
this.
point that out.
Yeah.
Just these design
Yeah,
elements that
exactly.
aren't necessary. I mean, it doesn't serve a physical function,
But
but it's style. It gives the
exactly.
boat a style and a
it's
feeling.
and it's pretty great because those shapes you can have them in the galley, you have it in the
Yes.
office or on the stairs, and
In the forward cabin, I
and
noticed
in the
that-
forward cabin,
I mean,
yeah, of
everything just
course.
flows together. It's
And so now it's not just about having a great interior, well designed with, of course, storages everywhere. We
Right.
have those,
Right.
but we also have this particular touch of design.
exactly.
Yeah,
And
just like we would have liked to do on a house.
well, and the interesting thing is that that's again unheard of for a production boat, because a production boat typically is
Yeah.
you have to build everything very similarly, and you don't do extra cuts or extra trim
No, exactly.
because it costs money. This boat is just trimmed out absolutely beautifully, and
Yeah.
that's
Thank you.
again kudos. It is game changing,
Mm-hmm.
and to see the design elements. It obviously was designed by somebody that understood design,
Yeah.
and wasn't just worried about creating a table here and
Exactly, yeah.
and storage there. This guy was creating a style and a
Spaces,
feeling
yeah.
and a space.
Even when you're looking at the bar,
Yes,
you know that now we
exactly.
have a galley separated from the bar.
Right.
And
Exactly, and the bar
has
has
a bar?
yeah, who has
Who
a
has
bar,
a bar
on the
in this
54?
boat?
Yeah, no, exactly, and it has its own wine fridge. It has a
Yeah.
countertop. It's you'll see in the walkthrough that it is absolutely that everything has been thought of.
Yeah.
Really, and again, I'm fawning a little bit because it really is a pretty absolutely amazing boat. So let's talk a little bit about some of the other innovations. The one I wanted to talk about was the hardtop.
Yeah.
Because we haven't had that before, and once again, game changer. Tell me about how that evolved, the design. I noticed it's a very functional design, much more so than you see with a lot of the other hardtops that are coming on the market, where it's just basically a hardtop, flat piece of fiberglass.
So
tell me about it.
the idea was to have, of course, a hardtop because it was something asked about by the customers, but we wanted to be innovative by its shape,
Yes.
just like you've seen on
No,
it.
absolutely.
But
yeah.
of course, we are all sailors in the team.
Right.
So we wanted to have a hardtop, of course, but that doesn't break the line of the hull. And that allows to sail.
To see the sails.
Exactly. And here with this hardtop, you can see the sails.
Yes.
When you see the boat on the water, it doesn't break the line. It's really with the boat.
Yeah.
It's part of the boat. And what's also pretty great about this one is that you can have solar panels on it.
And that's available across the board. So if you do this, the electric boat, the Odyssey Plus, or on the diesel powered, you can still get that.
Of course.
Yeah.
And for instance, on this 54, you've got solar panels. It's a classic one. It's a thermic boat.
Right.
But we have also added the lithium batteries on board.
Right.
So we've got a new innovation, which is the Lee box.
So tell me about that a little bit. I think you're about to, but yeah.
So the Lee box is basically a lithium batteries, but with an alternator
Right.
and a charger and a inverter. Yeah, inverter.
Yes, inverter.
Sorry, I'm
Yeah.
looking for my
No,
word.
you're doing great.
And so with this lithium batteries, you can use both the engine and the solar panels to charge your batteries.
Right.
So you can have on board air conditioning without having a generator.
So you're at a mooring, you're at the dock, you're at any place where you don't have power, and you can run air
Exactly.
conditioning in silence, basically.
Exactly. Because we didn't want to compromise between the comfort that you want to have inside and the comfort that you have outside,
Outside,
of course.
yeah.
And having a generator on board is always great to have the air conditioning and everything. But with this option, you can have air conditioning inside without the noises, without the smell of the gas oil.
No, absolutely.
So it's pretty brilliant, and it shows that the Fontaine Pajot Group, because it's an innovation from the Fontaine Pajot Group, really, really think about how can we go further.
Yes. And I think that particular innovation is really game changing from the perspective of, I mean, silent mooring. The worst part about finishing your day
Exactly.
and dropping hook or grabbing a mooring and then having to fire up a genset just to run
Having the air
interior boat.
conditioning during the night.
Yeah, and I
And
don't
you
think,
can sleep.
unless you've been on a boat and slept on a boat with a generator, you don't realize how important that is to be
Yeah.
able to have a silent boat. And obviously we've seen that innovation with
Yeah.
the
It's really comfort at its
yeah.
best.
No, it's outstanding.
But
So,
on a
yeah.
performance boat.
Yes, exactly. And that's a good question. Has this affected the performance of the boats?
No, absolutely not.
Yeah. I mean, that's certainly Fauci designs have always been known for their performance, known for their sail handling. Did anything change in his perspective as we move forward? Obviously, the hull design has changed to in keeping with modern hull design. But does he feel these boats are worthy of his moniker and his performance background?
So there are two things. The architect, he
Right.
loves to have performance boat.
Yes.
So when Umberto Felci, who we have worked with him for like more than 20 years,
Yes.
have designed the hulls with the 37 with those large shines from the back till the
All the way
beam.
forward.
Yeah, all the way forward. It was, of course, performance. And on the other hand, it's all about the sails.
Yes.
We have designed this boat to have the largest sails available on a boat of this size.
So by having basically a standard Genoa, self-tacking jib, code 0,
Yeah.
if you wanted a spinnaker, but yeah, I think
Yeah.
with just the
Higher
code 0,
mast. And we did everything we can to have the most performant boat with comfort inside.
Yes, exactly.
So it's balancing between comfort and performance.
Yeah, it's a balance that's sometimes hard to do, and there's been lots of manufacturers that have tried, and I don't think anyone's been able to do it the way Dufour has.
Yeah.
Quite honestly, I'm really excited to see where we're going to go from here. So from your perspective, tell me a little bit about the hybrid system. I know we talked, barely just kind of touched on it, but the Odyssey Plus hybrid system, what does that do for us?
I am sure that the Joel team will be way more technical than me.
Right.
But what we wanted to do with the Odyssey Plus system and with the teams of Joel was to allow performance on a boat, but without compromising on the comfort. And of course, we are in an era of sustainability, so we wanted to have the less carbon impact
Right.
on the boat. And with this system, you don't compromise with the performance of your boat, with how far you can go, but you have the comfort of lithium batteries,
Right.
and a boat which is totally silent, performant, with all the comfort that you can get on board. So this is really really innovative, because it's not just about propulsion, it's about a way to live on board.
Right. Sustainability and a way
And
to
the
be.
comfort.
And
Comfort. It brings you a comfort that you won't have on a thermic boat.
Yes. And having sailed and motored the Odyssey Plus system, it's outstanding. It really is silent running. Obviously, you hear some prop noise, but other than that, it's absolutely silent. And with the regenerative capabilities, it really is something that that it does give you incredible flexibility even in distance. It's not
Exactly. And with the fact that you have, of course, gas oil into your boat, because it's a hybrid system, you've got the same gas oil as for a thermic boat, but
and that's accomplished through a generator.
yeah, the generator, the solar panels, so you can even go further. You can go far away from what you would do
with a normal thermic engine.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, you have much more, actually, way more range with that.
Yeah,
than you do with
no,
that.
it's really a great innovation,
Yeah.
and it's pretty great to be part of a group that
Absolutely.
can imagine this kind of
And that
solutions.
actually
And
led,
do them.
led the entire market with this. So,
Yeah.
and that's what's impressive about the FP group, that there's no doubt they're ahead of the curve on innovation. Not only in the Fountain Peugeot catamarans, but definitely in the Dufour lineup.
Okay, yeah.
And the what's been brought to bear over the past few years with FP's acquisition of Dufour. I mean, the boats are just becoming more and more innovative all the time.
Exactly,
so-
but we didn't lose what we had before, like
No,
performance boats, and I think that's the better with this marriage.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, it's perfect. And I know there's a kind of the moniker that you use, or that's used with Dufour, and it's instinctive sailing. What does that mean?
Oh, instinctive sailing. Everybody asks us about that. It's
Right.
pretty simple, actually. We want to bring to all of our customers sensations, pleasure on board, and freedom. And this is why it's instinctive sailing.
Instinctive sailing.
Yeah. When you are
So-
on the Dufour, you know you can go everywhere. You have the pleasure behind the wheel. It's just a pleasure.
pleasure, yeah.
Yeah.
You'll have to try one. You have to come
Yeah.
for sea trials and find out for yourself. One last question. What's coming next? What are our next? What are the innovations for 2026? Give us a sneak peek. Just maybe just hint at something. But are we going to see anything new or innovative for 2026-7?
What I would say is that for now, of course, we have to make everyone meet this beautiful Dufour 54.
Yep.
But please keep in touch.
All right. So you're not going to give us anything. Not even a hint. Okay.
No, but
But it is coming.
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
Sounds
We
good.
won't stop there.
Well, Fanny, thank you so much for your time.
You're welcome.
I know how busy you've been at the show, and I really appreciate you taking
Yeah,
this time to
it
talk
was a
to me.
pleasure.
So we'll look forward to seeing you in Annapolis in a few weeks.
Of course, yeah, absolutely.
Thank you again.